Okay, so false starts will be penalised. The drivers need to hold the brake on the grid. And so this will test their reaction times to the lights going out. So there is a countdown of red lights, and when the lights go green, they are off. It looks like Killer Smurf is not in the race. This is a very unfortunate situation. As Silky Sohan had a fantastic start. Oh, Pat Desai has had a fantastic start as well, up into second place. Off the line. Oh, Turismo Sports has spun it out. Silky Sohan running away with it at the moment. 2 seconds into the lead. Pat Desai holding a very, very solid second place at the moment. Let's have a look at this scrap going on behind Mr. George and Sonny Matharu. Keeping him on his steer. How far back? So 15 seconds behind from Turismo Sports. Let's see if he can make this up in the inaugural Turismo Sports event. He has spun in the first turn. Let's follow the action here though. Pressure from Sonny Matharu, 85. Oh, Pat Desai has run wide and has left the door open for Mr. George to take him through. Oh, it's a little bit little bit dangerous there from Sonny Matharu, giving him a little tap off. It's not been decided to. GT has not given him a penalty. This is really unfortunate. Killer Smurf has had to leave the race because GT has kicked him out. But hopefully he will be rejoining us for the second. Pat Desai, little bit cheeky through the old Vidal chicane. Let's see if he keeps it together around the last turn. He really struggles in this part of the track. That was beautiful. I think that was one of his best turns. He's got a good slipstream coming on through. Turismo Sports is catching up with the pack though. He is not making much headway on catching Silky Sohan, but he is definitely on there catching up with the pack. He was 16 seconds behind after the spin, and he's caught up 5 seconds on that lap nearly. He's only 11.4 seconds behind 4th position. Let's go back to the action here. Currently following Sonny Matharu, who sat in the middle, a second behind Mr. George, with Pat Desai falling behind. I think there's been an incident with Pat Desai. Let's have a look. Yeah, a gap has been created here, so it looks as though he's had an incident. Oh, and he's managed to keep that together nicely though. That could have gone all the way around. Complete tank slap on there. Good control to keep it under. Let's go back to the closer action here. I think we're going to be following Sonny Matharu and Mr. George for some time now. This is where we're going to get some overtakes going. Can Sonny Matharu take him into the Michael Schumacher S? It's very, very fast. It's not a place usually where you would see overtaking. Can he outbrake him though into the Kumo curve? Staying with him. Oh, he's on him. He's got the opportunity now though. Through bit curve. Keep within this 0.2 seconds. Hatzenbeck-Spogen. There's going to be no braking from here. Just lifting. He's just got to stay in the slipstream. Stay within half a second, and he's possibly got the opportunity to take him into Vidal. A little bit too far behind. Very clean racing from Sonny Matharu and Mr. Joe here. Oh, much better exit from Sonny Matharu. Being pressured. This is why we have ghosting. Very, very nice from Sonny Matharu. He takes Mr. Joe into the Coca-Cola, well, out of the Coca-Cola curve, and takes a second place at the end of the third lap. Let's have a look at the leader right now. Silky Sohan out in the lead, currently leading by 6.5 seconds. He's lost about half a second though, just going through there. So he's had a little incident. He was 7 seconds in the lead, a little bit out of shape in that first section of the track, allowing Sonny Matharu to catch up with him. We've got Turismo Sports catching up with Pat Desai here. He's lost 3 seconds since the last time we checked on him. He's lost 3 seconds to Silky Sohan, but let's have a nice clean overtake. Can he make it through? Can he make it through? He has. Turismo Sports has made. Oh, he's committed too hard though. He's gone too wide. I would suggest he has to give that position back. But that's for them to decide between them. He's going to commit to keeping that because I believe he probably thinks he's in a race with Mr. Joe Age and Sunny Matharu, not so much with Pat Desai. Let's jump on forward to Sunny Matharu and Mr. Joe Age, who are literally stuck to each other. Sunny Matharu making the overtake out of the Coca-Cola curve on the previous lap, but he hasn't managed to drop Mr. Joe Age at all. Mr. Joe Age still within half a second, taking a very, very wide line, and he's lost half a second taking that wide line there. But hopefully that was so he could get a better exit speed going into the Hatzenbecksbogen straight, curve straight. People don't brake. I don't know, maybe they lift. Sunny Matharu pulling away now from Mr. Goage. He's got his eyes firmly set on chasing down Silky Sohan, who is 7.6 seconds ahead. So he's pulling away. He is pulling away, but Sunny Matharu seemed to have found some kind of groove now, and he's keeping the gap quite consistent in the 7.5 to 8 second mark. It looks like Silky Sohan has had an incident there where he's just lost a second. I'm not sure what happened, but he's lost a second going through. This is where he's losing time. He's run wide, and another half a second to 0.6 seconds has been dropped. But the problem with him running wide there is he had a lot of speed coming into. Checking turn 6, I believe. So he's run wide coming out of turn 5, meaning that he can take a lot more speed going into turn 6. So he has lost time, but he's made up for it with keeping his foot on the accelerator there. Sunny Matharu 6.8 seconds behind, and we got a 2 second gap to Mr. Joe Edge. He's 8.6 seconds off the lead. Let's see if he can keep with Sunny Matharu, and let's see how the pit stops work out. Will there be an undercut? Will there be an overcut? Turismo Sports now 14 seconds behind Mr. Joe Edge. He's definitely catching him. We know Turismo Sports is very, very quick. He qualified second, so we think he should be able to chase the pack down, but it's going to be very, very tough for him to catch over what we're looking at. 2 seconds a lap now he will require on Silky Sohan. He's nearly a pit stop behind. Thank you for your comments, Ibad. I appreciate your viewing and you giving us the time. Thank you very much. Let's go back to Sunny Matharu, who is actually still being kept very honest here by Mr. Goage. Got the slipstream down the main straight. I feel like Silky Sohan is just managing his tyres out front now. He's got a decent gap to the field behind him, 7 second gap. He makes a lot of time up through this first sector, it seems, and then he gets reined back. Here we go again, wide again. This is where it's hard to save. I think I'm going to have to jump into the Discord and have a word about that. So excuse me whilst I do some stewarding. You are going to hear a live steward's decision. Steward's decision. Second time, Silky Sohan has gone wide through turn 5 and made up a second by doing so. One more time, you're looking at a penalty. 4 wheels off the track. GT Sport is not giving a penalty. I am watching your gap, and when you do it, you are gaining over a second. So that's going to be watched. 4 wheels off the track. We do not. 4 wheels 5 stewards' decision for the first time for Turismo Sports. It was argued back by the drivers that they allow it in GT League. But you know, this isn't GT League, this is Turismo Sports. Sally Matharu has managed to pull him in there in that second part of the track. So they're keeping a good time here. Let's watch Silky Sohan through here and see if he does it again. All right, we're into coming up on you know, the Mercedes Arena section of the track. Does he put it wide through turn 5 on the exit? Wow, very close. Just about keeps 3 wheels outside the line. Looked like 3 wheels. Maybe he just had the left-hand side of the left 2 wheels off the track. That was very close again. But as you can see, he was still very quick through there, even with keeping it on the track this time. Let's have a look at Turismo Sports. He is not catching them. He's actually falling further behind. That spin in turn 1 has really cost Turismo Sports. He qualified second and dropped the vehicle after turn 1 through the Castrol S. He dropped it coming out of the Castrol S on the first turn in the first lap. And has not been able to recover since. He did have a good storming few laps where he was about 14 seconds behind Mr. George, but incidents have occurred whilst we haven't been watching, and Mr. George and Sunny Mafaru have been keeping it very clean and very tight through their laps, and unfortunately Turismo Sports has not been catching him. It must be moments like that. It's quite wide going through there, losing himself time. Unfortunately Pat Desai, it's 47 seconds off the pace at the moment. Here we have Silky Sohan again coming through the Mercedes Arena. Very clean. Now we're thinking about pit stops. We're about half race distance. Silky Sohan with the fastest lap of the race at the moment at 1:57.2, which is around the same pace that he's setting in qualifying. Oh, Turismo Sports has jumped into the pit, so we're going for an undertake here. Let's see, does he go onto the mediums? Does he stay on the super softs? Is he going softs? This has given Pat Desai a good opportunity to make up a position here. Now will Pat Desai decide to change his strategy? It's a quick stop from the AI generated team. And he's back out on track. Roughly about 6 seconds behind Pat Desai. This is a net 4th position, really. Probably be able to rein him in on the fresher tyres. He's already managed to get 1.5 seconds. These fresh tyres are really helping him out here. Mr. George and Sunny Matharu, can they give us some action? I mean, let's stick with Pat Desai and Turismo Sports. Let's go into his vehicle. Let's see. It won't let me change view. That's brilliant. This is really why we need to change to the other game. I suddenly can't change view and give you an in-cockpit select view of him making the overtake here. Coming into the Kumo curve, he's outbroke himself. He's putting too much pressure on himself right here. I think he really hasn't mentally recovered from the spin in turn 1. But he should be able to make the overtake through Hudson Bexbogen, and will he brake late? No, he just breezes straight past him. Pat Desai running wide, running very wide and letting Turismo Sports through. Oh, what's gone on here? It's a very heavy impact into the barriers. We need to probably send a medical car out to him and check that he's okay. There has been an incident with Mr.